And my girl is dazed. What was she out doing? Oh my gosh. Sage, what are you into? Hello, I'm Simkoya, and welcome back to another episode of Rosie in the City. So, where we left off, Rosie had gone over to Daniel's house at like 2 o'clock in the morning after Love Day, and she gave him a good yelling at for not calling and celebrating Love Day together. Their first Love Day at that, especially as a couple. So Rosie did end up is this new? I can't talk. But Rosie ended up spending up. Oh my gosh. Rosie did end up spending the night at Daniel's. Now she woke up and she's making herself a little bit of breakfast, but that looks more like a grilled cheese sandwich. But she's got her, what is that, coffee and a grilled cheese sandwich. And Daniel actually is not here. So Rosie woke up alone, just her and JoJo. Not Rosie. Daniel is actually at work. So Rosie's just sitting here by herself, getting her day started, just kind of thinking about what transpired the day before. Horrible date with Etherin that luckily Daniel knows nothing about. And then coming over to Daniel's house and yelling at him like, WTF, what happened to celebrating our first Valentine's Day? And Daniel's all like, I didn't think you wanted to celebrate, babe. And she's like, that makes no sense. Like, that makes no sense. We're a fresh new couple and you think we don't want to celebrate our first love day? Are you insane? But despite all of that, Rosie still had a good holiday. No, it wasn't with Daniel. And yes, Etherin is canceled. We are not dating Etherin anymore. Okay, no more dates, no more texts, no more nothing. He was not a good time. She did not like Etherin. He is out of the rotation. So what we'll be getting into today is heading back to our apartment because it is time for our big move. So Rosie and Sage are definitely moving into a new apartment together. So Rosie is going to head back to her house so she can finish packing up, well, really start packing up and get on out of there. Okay, so Rosie is back at home and she is packing up her things. So we're just labeling 2 of her boxes, the one that's like Rosie's apartment stuff and Rosie's plants. And Rosie has her dad and her uncle both coming over to help her pack up, the big stuff like and Rosie will be moving in with her cousin Sage, so they'll be living in the Spice District, actually across the street from Daniel. So we will see how that works out. Anyways, Sage is already at the new apartment. She's been there all morning, just getting moved in. And Roger and Sean were helping her out actually before they're headed over to Rosie's. Okay, so Roger and Sean are here and they're just going to help Rosie get started with packing all this stuff up. Roger and Sean are in the hallway talking. Roger's over here Roger's like, today's a big day, huh? And Sean's like, I know it, man. I can't believe our little girls are growing up on us like this. But hey, you sure this is a good idea? And Roger's like, bro, weren't you the one pushing Sage to grow up and get some independence? Yes, this is the best idea. And he's like, you're right. I'm just already starting to miss her, that's all. Okay, so Rosie is just cleaning up a few of her last dishes that need to be packed. And Roger and Sean are about to come in here and get this big old stuff out of here and into the U-Haul so they can head over to the new apartment. Okay, Uncle Sean. I know he's the one who turned on that TV. Roger is like, nope, no TV time right now, man. Get up. It's time to get this stuff and get out of here. We don't want to be here all day. And now Rosie is back in her bedroom. She's just taking a final look at her apartment before they head out. It's a pretty bittersweet moment right now. She'll miss having her own space, but freelancing is not the most predictable career. And she always wanted to live with her cousin, so moving really is the best option for her right now. So here's on to new and better things. So they're all out here in the hallway again, getting ready to go. And Roger's just like, thanks again for helping out today, man. You know, it really would have sucked to move Rosie in twice all in 1 month. And Rosie's like, hey. And Sean is like, haha, no problem, man, no problem. And so Rosie's just like, all right, guys, that looks like everything. You guys don't need me now, do you? I'm gonna get an Uber and see you at the new place. Okay, Daniel is texting us. He wants to know if we want to go over to his house and hang out. And she's like, Daniel, you know I'm moving into my new apartment today. I can't come over and hang out right now. She's still a little salty with him over the love date thing, but that would have been a terrible decision to go hang out while everybody else is moving her stuff in. Okay, I've called to inform you that your great-great-grand second once removed cousin's friend's grandpa has passed away. Rosie is like, Dad, what is this about some far distant relative leaving me some money? And then Roger's like, what are you talking about, Rosie? And she's like, oh, never mind, they deposited 2,500 simoleons into my account. Woohoo! So we are at the new apartment. They're moving into a brownstone and everybody is here now. We're right beside Rosie's favorite cafe, so we all know how great that is. And she's living right here underneath the bridge, kind of like in Dumbo. And look, the city is all live on this side of town. There's a protest happening, the basketball court, and Daniel lives right over here. So, yeah, we're gonna see how that goes. But Sage is here, Sean and Roger are here to move everything in. Like, it's great. This is great. And so, like I said earlier, Sage already started to get moved in this morning, but the gang's all here now, so it's really just time to get Rosie settled. So here we have Sage's room. It's vibrant and colorful, of course, just like she is. And she's also got her little meditation pad over there. And here we have Rosie's room. You know, it's still white, sticking to her whites, blacks, and Papa Red. Nothing new over here for Rosie. And the bathroom, pretty simple. A little bit bigger than the old one, but nothing crazy. This apartment is actually pretty small, but I mean, that's the city life for you. It's not gonna, well, actually, some apartments are nice and big, but not this one. And if you just peeped Rosie in the background, they do have a rooftop. That's what I'm most excited for in this apartment, is the rooftop. So I'm just really excited to get into that. We'll be going to the rooftop pretty soon. Not right now, but this is so cute. Everybody is sitting down to talk after a long day of moving. And by the way, Rosie and Sage decided to get a new couch. Rosie's love seat wasn't going to cut it. But they got a new couch. They got a dining room table. But Sean is just over here being a dad. He's over here talking with the girls like, okay, let's go over some house rules. Make sure you pay your rent on time. And no boys. And Sage just like, oh my gosh, Dad, stop. Rosie just went and got herself a little bit of tea. The tea is definitely courtesy of Sage. You know, Sage is a meditator. She's a tea drinker, all those good things. Okay, so that was a long day for them, and Rosie is trying her best to get some sleep, but it looks like Sage and the rest of them are out in the living room just kind of living it up. So we are going to kindly ask them to go home. So I am really excited for what's in store for Rosie and Sage. It was a good day. It was a simple day, but I think that's what Rosie needed. You know, she's been getting into a lot lately, so she could stand to have a day where she's kind of just chilling and not getting into any mess or meeting anybody new for real. And what is Sage over here doing? Okay, girl. I could have sworn that Sage was in the bed sleeping, but it looks like Sage is a night owl, okay? I wasn't really expecting this, but maybe she's just excited to be out on her own and finally in the big city with her cousin. And what do you guys think? Should I control Sage too? So right now I just have her as a roommate, as Rosie's roommate, but Sage is a freelance photographer and she's looking for love as a soulmate aspiration. So, and my girl is dazed. What was she out doing? Oh my gosh. Sage, what are you into? Anyway, I like the idea of her contributing rent as a roommate, but I mean, it'll be just fine if I control her too, because I mean, she has a job, so she'll be bringing in income. So let me know in the comments, add Sage to the family so I can control her too, or just keep controlling Rosie by herself. So let me know. And that's it for this episode. Simple and sweet. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, let me know your feedback about Sage, and subscribe. Also check out the Rosie in the City playlist if you haven't yet. A new song is added each episode. Until next time, peace.
I like to fight a little dirty, baby.